We're back. I'm Max.
I'm Scott.
I'm Dan.
And we're your Anime-Niacs.
I don't know why I pointed the mic straight at Max. Like, the one guy that doesn't need it.
Yeah, true. Alright, so we got to watch some anime.
We did.
And so some new stuff came out on Netflix, so we gave it a look-see. And what we're talking about is Yasuke. Which I think is a cool story in and of itself, like the actual story of this dude. The one actual black samurai in Japanese like folklore or history.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's like they don't know like the exact origins or if it was actually. Yeah, it's not.
It happened just like the show.
Right.
This is a documentary.
This is not a documentary.
Yeah, so it's not like hard fact, right?
Yes.
This show or the story of Yasuke?
The story of Yasuke the Black Samurai is not like an actual proven fact, but it is like a culture.
I'm sure he like existed.
It's a
but yeah, no,
thing.
I think the details are like fuzzy.
Well, it's like half of your your big named like historical figures happened so long ago that they may or may not have done anything that they said that they did.
Right. Right. So the story of the Nobunaga's one black samurai is pretty cool, I thought. But this takes a little step away from that.
Some liberties.
Definitely thinks outside the box in the storytelling.
There's giant robots, folks.
Yeah. There's a lot of magic and giant robots and demons, but no, it's I liked it. I thought it was okay. Scott, what's it about?
So Yasuke, as you said, he's a samurai. One day, Lord Nobunaga, whatever.
Nobunaga.
See. I'm not.
He reminds me of Dracula like that too. Like,
What is a man?
What is a man?
Put it up top.
A miserable pile of secrets.
So anyway, he sees him fighting at the wharf. He defends a little child and he kicks this dude's ass who has a sword, and he does not. So he takes him in as one of his samurai, and you got a lot of flashbacks. So it mainly takes place 20 years after that, and he is a drunken boatsman. And his job is to save a young child who has magical powers. But you get a lot of flashbacks as to what happened during his time as a samurai for Lord Nebuchadnezzar.
No. It's a boat.
Yeah. I really like the art in this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Legos were all very, very cool. Giant robots kind of they give you this first battle scene where it's sort of like at the end of like Lord Nobunaga's fall, and there's just all kinds of craziness going on. That was a pretty cool scene, but
I don't know if I like that better at the. So I'm like torn whether it's like it's good that like okay I understand what the show's gonna be like, because I think it would have been a bit of a shock because like up until the end of the first episode it's very straight. And then it's like, oh, and robot flies down. So that might have been a little bit of whiplash. At least when you get that opening, like, big battle with the mechs and stuff, it's like, okay, I understand the tone of this show a little bit.
Yeah, I thought this was, like, a weird combination of Samurai Champloo and Samurai 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
I can see that.
Because it has, they use a lot of, like rap and R&B beats and music and stuff like that, but then it's also just like mechs and magic. Except
I liked both of those.
Well, I mean that's fair. There's a lot I think wrong with this. But I didn't hate it. But
my thing with this, like the battles and everything, the animation, it's all good, and I like the way it starts. But then it just gets so cliched.
Yeah.
Like oh look at this guy. He's a drunk for 20 years because he lost his big battle and now he doesn't want to do anything.
Well,
and then you got a magic child.
He was a drunk for 20 years because he also says he fought in the other rebellion right after that.
That's true.
So he's probably only a drunk for like 10 years.
He's a drunk for 19 years. Okay. And then there's this cool, roving band of mercenaries, and we're not going to tell you any of their backstories.
There wasn't enough time. The shit was only like 6 episodes.
Here's an idiot robot.
That's actually what I think is one of its biggest strengths. Like, throughout the 6 episodes, you see like a whole 100 episode season of like any other anime. It's like we got like, oh, I have to come to terms with my past, and then I decide to take the child. That's like 15 episodes. He does all that in the first episode. He's like, okay, I come back, I'll help you.
I'm not saying I want everything drawn out. I'm just saying, like there's no reason for me to care about any of these people.
I'm just saying I like the pacing. I'm just saying, like, any other show you have
I thought it was a little too quick. I was like, it was good that there's like, okay, we only made this much money. Instead of trying to do 24 episodes, we're going to do 6 episodes. Yeah. But also, I feel like you did lose something in that because, like, I mean, a lot of time passes. Like even between episodes, you're like, what the? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and then they're here, and then they're here. It's like it's like the end of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
This is like watching the Berserk movies without knowing like the whole arc of Berserk, like the first one.
R.I.P. by the way. R.I.P.
What?
The creator?
Oh, really?
Died?
I did not know
was he
that.
the creator, or was he just like the lead artist or something?
You mean the guy that wrote the manga for so many years?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
I figured you would know that. That's why I didn't
not know
in
that.
the group chat.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he
Well,
just
that sucked. Now I'm sad.
Definitely gotta push it in the group chat.
I saw it, like, I'm not even that heavy into the anime scene, and like I heard about like 10 different places on Twitter and anyway.
I don't listen.
Alright, but
I'm sitting here playing fucking Turtles in Time. I'm good.
You're right. I think it gets fast after they kill spoilers, after they kill the priest dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that arc is like 3 episodes. And that's why I was like a little worried. I'm like, what are they gonna do for the last half of this show?
Yeah, no.
And then they're like,
because like
he runs out. He's like, we gotta go defeat the lady. And they run out of where they are. Like, there's her castle.
There's a lady.
I think they say like the castle moves. It's like Dracula's castle.
Yeah,
I think they mentioned something.
But regardless, I thought it was a bit fast.
Yeah.
And I love how easy to defeat all the gigantic robots are.
Yeah.
That's Samurai 7. If you're good enough, it's easy to beat the gigantic robots, but how many people are good enough?
You like when he like hacks the robot and the pilot's like, guys, don't shoot!
This almost makes me angry because it's pretty enough and it starts out cool enough, and then to me it just devolves into like 50 different cliches, and it's like, here we go.
I'm okay with it. Because it's cliched for a reason.
It's fine.
The story works. But like
because this happened in real life, and that's where all the other people got their inspiration for. Of course, it's gonna be cliched.
Yeah,
because everyone copied it.
This is one of my favorite fights in the whole thing, bro.
Where he 1v1 duels that guy,
and then like 10 other people,
and then he's like, okay.
I'm not sure how well you can go with the real life. Being cliched.
I'm just
there.
My biggest problem is I was talking about the tone earlier. That I think, because like there's like this stuff where it's like it's like him like overcoming like being an outsider, and there's like all this turmoil, and he's trying to be a good samurai, and he's trying to like be like honorable, and they're like, oh, you'll never be one of us, blah blah blah, and then it fast forwards and he's like, time to fight 10 mechs, and it's like it just gets ridiculous and silly. And I think like there's a good story about him and like overcoming and like rising the ranks. That's the thing. And stuff like that. Like that's my biggest issue with this show, is that it like doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like, we want to be a silly, action-y magic anime, like, oh, but we want to have some serious things, or like character moments. And that's the thing too, like, when it came to the end, I was like, oh shit, it's like over. Like, that's it. There's no season 2 for this. There's your character arc. There you go. I think they could easily. Yeah, they could. Reanimate this corpse. They defeat the most spoilers at the end of it.
they defeat the great evil. Like
she's not dead.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll let the people decide your fate, and then they walk away, and she's just there.
Yeah.
And
Nah, I'm not.
Nah.
Because the little girl is still alive. She's totally fine, and she's Queen Princess Badass of all land, and it's over. Like the whole
But
thing.
then, okay, so 20 years later, she has a kid, and she's married, and she's lost all of her power now. And Yasuke has to get out of his drink again.
He wouldn't go back to his drink. He won the war. You don't go to be a drunken boatsman if you win the war.
Drunken boats. No,
casual
you
drinking.
You get to be a drunken farmer when you win the war.
Fair. But his
That's
one
the
true
plan
love
now.
is still dead, murdered by his own hand. I mean,
That's another cliche, but
I like that though. How he didn't confront her then and there when he saw her. He let her, and he's just like, hey, we're about to get betrayed. Let's outmaneuver them. And then she's like, oh shit.
Yep. No, I thought that was good. I like a lot of stuff in this one. But yeah, I think the pacing kills it. And And yeah, it is pretty cliche. But
just I just want to know more about this world thing, and it doesn't tell me at all.
there's no.
That's the problem to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're like, we have enough money for 6 good-looking episodes.
Yeah.
And damn the story after that.
Yeah. Damn the expense.
But I mean, I don't know.
There's no what's that dude's in Jurassic Park? John Hammond.
John Hammond.
There's no John Hammond here. They spared some expense.
They spared a lot of expense.
I feel like if they were gonna end it, they would have just killed him though. Like they have to be like, we have to leave it open because the spoilers. He I thought he was dead. Until
he should have been dead.
Well, okay, I didn't actually think he was dead. I was like, she's gonna bring him back somehow. It's gonna be some BS resurrection. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, no,
I guess for maybe half a second, I was like, oh, maybe heroic sacrifice and he's dead. And I was like,
I thought that was the better story. If he dies,
it gives weight to his action.
Yes,
comes out of because that's that. It would have been a cliche. You got the guy who was a badass and he was depressed for a long time and he comes out of retirement to help somebody and gives his life in the process.
But I like that cliche.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that one fucking works. That, especially since
that's something you don't normally see anymore either.
No,
because they're afraid and they do the cop out.
Whoa. Spoilers for Castlevania, by the way.
Well, I forgot which thing we were talking about there for a bit.
Just because.
Oh boy.
Anyway, shut up, Scott.
Next on Anime-Niacs.
I like that though. He kills the guy. And
he still got respect.
It's little moments like this. I'm like, okay, there's something cool happening.
Yeah.
And then they're like, flash forward, time for a giant robot fight. And a goofy black dude who uses his powers in the worst way possible. Yeah. He's like, if I get hit, my powers disappear. And so I'm going to stand 10 feet from the dude instead of standing up on that mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
He does it at the end when he's a good guy.
And then.
But that he's not, I feel like he just wouldn't be there.
Right.
He would just have his ghost be wandering with them and he'd be somewhere else.
Well, I mean, can the ghost communicate?
I don't know.
Maybe sign language?
Well enough. I mean, I don't think... Because he doesn't seem to need to see... I think he can see through the ghost.
Right.
Because he's
But I'm just saying, the ghost can't be like, hey, there's some people over there, to the other members of the group.
I don't know. Oh. They don't explain the magic very well.
Exactly.
Magic just kind of happens.
And
you can do this.
Sometimes it takes 5 guys chanting at the same time and moving, and sometimes it just takes one magical girl.
Well, it depends on their power level. I mean, fuck, this is just normal Jedi shit.
Yeah.
If you're Emperor Palpatine, you can do all kinds of shit.
Unlimited power.
But, no, the girl is super annoying. They really rocked that annoying kid cliche.
Twice.
And it's
at least they're barely together.
It's like, oh, look, you're sick because you're growing into your magic. Oh, bam! Here's your magic.
Yeah, oh shit!
It's not getting any kind of training or anything.
Not sick anymore at the very end, but she hasn't been sick for 4 episodes at that point.
Yeah, it's fine,
And And then so there's definitely some issues with this that I just wish that they could have gotten money for 8 episodes maybe.
I just think there's a problem fundamentally because there's the cool stuff there's a cool story with the one black samurai in Japan.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool story to tell that you don't need all this magic and robots and magical shit.
Yeah, it would be cool if they did the rise and fall of Nobunaga and Yasuke being there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then
you're gonna resurrect Nobunaga at the end, like everything else does.
No, I'm just saying, just do it again, but just keep it grounded in reality.
Yeah, if it was just about this time.
If it was just all the flashbacks,
right?
Yeah.
That would
except
be cool.
for the giant final battle where mechs show up. Because I don't think he fights mechs in any of the other flashbacks except for the final battle.
Yeah, but you don't even see him fighting the mechs because that's going on outside while dude's committing seppuku.
And that's so cool because he commits seppuku and he takes the burnt portrait and he's got it hanging in his little hut and he's got his.
What kind of a douchebag has a portrait of himself hanging I feel like it's very douchebaggy.
Sure, but it's not douchebaggy for...
Not Yasuke.
For Yasuke.
Nobunaga is a douchebag.
Most royalty, I think,
I
have
think
pictures of themselves.
But he's got the sword and the vase, and he's depressed. I don't know, that's just a cool transition, even if it is cliche. But instead, they're just going to be time to fight giant robots. You'll never be one of us.
That's
chop this robot up.
Because I love mechs normally, but
there's a time and a place.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, and it's not feudal Japan.
Well, there is a time and a place in feudal Japan.
Oh yeah,
you're trying to tell
let's just watch Batman Ninja again. Giant robots.
What are you?
The final battle reminded me a lot of Batman Ninja because you got all the evil ninjas turn into the giant monster. It was done better in this.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't turn into a giant Batman.
And then he
out of monkeys and bats.
Right.
And then they have the giant 2 magic people fuse and they have a big fight. I was like, oh, I'm getting flashbacks.
I liked the 2 magic people fusing.
That's okay.
He stole. He was like, no, I'm gonna use this. Fuck your shield.
I do like that the one magic dude, the good guy, whenever he makes his shield, it's like the shields from Dune. The big
the blocky.
That just made me laugh.
And he'll hit a cube and it'll disappear. Or move one and then recreate that or something.
Somebody just needs a screw gun.
Like his gold skull goblet.
Oh.
Yeah. Gilded skull.
Because why not? When you're royalty, you can have it all.
The skull of his enemy?
Probably.
Yep. Said we going.
Ooh, time for some boy love.
But you got the thing with his the chick, who's also an outsider.
Yeah.
And the betrayal and their whole relationship. They're the 2 outsiders, but he has to kill her. There's some compelling, potentially emotional shit there. And instead
potentially.
the spider lady infuses your enemy with magic, and now you have to have a crazy sword fight with them.
And malfunctioning robot comedy relief.
Yes.
And then let's flash back to 2 magic users just shooting lasers at each other.
But not the mechs. Because they can't do shit, apparently.
Yeah.
It's gonna fall over.
They're actually pretty half worthless.
It's like the Gundam, they actually built in Japan, it kind of stands there.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Do not try to move this.
I like the robot, I don't care what.
I enjoyed the robot as well. I liked that he was malfunctioning half the time, and
his comedy relief works when he's they're trying to chase the girl and the whole time his infrared doesn't work, and then he falls after she throws him with magic. He's like, oh, my infrared works again.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
It's like he just wandered it into the wrong soundstage for the feudal Japan. And hey, robot, we can use that.
When he commits suicide at the end.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, favorite character, Dan?
I think Werewolf Lady.
Werewolf Lady? All right, yeah, that's pretty good. Russian Werewolf Lady.
Yeah, I like Werewolf Lady. Either that or the priest guy.
That's fair. I like his holy fucking brass knuckles that he has.
He's not as cool as the demented priest dude from Helsing, though. So.
Well, I mean, there's just not really a lot of cool Everyone in here, there's an analog that's cooler than.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, my favorite character would probably be the malfunctioning robot.
Huh.
I think.
I gotta choose a different one.
Sorry, I mean we can agree.
Uh-oh.
That's also a thing. But yeah, he made me laugh, and he shot lasers.
It's a low bar, but
Yeah,
you know.
I don't need much. I don't need much.
I like that.
I don't know. I kind of like the shaman, the other black dude. Like,
Yeah,
he's
the spirit shaman guy.
when he becomes a character and he's not just like one of the bad guys. Like,
Looks like he's shit
he's
his
pretty
pants.
funny. Like how he just gets that giant palanquin of treasure at the end that they're just like carrying him around on. Because like I don't know, and they're like, oh yeah, like triple your rate or whatever, and he's like, I'm probably gonna die, but if I don't, like it'll be worth it. So it's like, fuck it, I got nothing else going on.
I like how we all picked just the mercenaries, the fucking one-off mercenaries.
None of the main cast.
Yeah.
My favorite was
Yasuke's
Magical Girl.
Morisuke is okay. I kind of dig that dude, but you know, he's just like.
I'm just gonna call him Duncan Idaho.
Yoda.
Yeah, I think I would like Yasuke more if it was just more about him as a character.
Right.
But every time it's like, oh, this is interesting. Like I said, tonal whiplash.
Yeah.
Like right here, he's getting thrown around a bar by a giant robot right after a flashback of him toasting with the Emperor, where he's like, toast to my good friend Yasuke, and they're all like, you'll never be one of us.
Yeah. Like this has no idea what it wants to be.
Nope. Yeah, they really just needed to stick in feudal Japan, and that would have been cool. That would have been cool to me.
I don't know. I mean, even the magic would have been okay, if not the mechs.
There's like 2 or 3 separate good animes in this one.
Yeah.
Pulled them apart.
Like there's one with these like 5 mercenaries that just go out and have weird ass escapades.
Yeah.
And there's Yasuke and there's Magical Girl.
Let's just dump Magical Girl. Let's just not do that.
I mean, it's got potential, like she goes.
But yeah, I feel like they decided to do this thing. They wanted to show off. Like, look at our mech drawing skills, but they also wanted to have it cool.
Yeah. How much stuff can we cram into 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Yeah.
But,
ratings?
Ratings. How do you feel, Dan?
Me? This gets a 1 out of 3.
1?
Wait, aren't we on a 5-point scale?
Oh, 5-point scale?
Yeah.
2. 2 out of 5.
Damn. Scott?
I give this.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, please.
There's no real reason to watch this because the
animation's cool.
I think that's a little strong. I have problems too, but I didn't.
Just go watch Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Fuck
I mean,
that.
this is it's pretty much this.
Fuck that.
with vampires. I mean, you don't get a black samurai, granted, but still.
Scott?
I give this a 3 out of 5. Yeah, it's like I said, it feels like multiple animes crammed into one. Like maybe it was like they were like working on like a couple different things, and they're like, "Well, what do we got?" And like, "Oh, we got like these 2 or 3 things." And like, just put them all on there.
This is the '80s. We're like, "Oh, you can't just have the feudal Japan story. How are we gonna sell toys?"
Yeah.
But if this was the '80s, it would have been cooler.
No.
Yes.
No.
But a bigger
There's
hair.
a lot of bullshit in the '80s. Like,
Probably would
act
have
like the '80s are perfect.
No, they're not perfect.
Okay, give me a
I'm
fucking
just saying
break.
they were a little more. They were a little more bombastic than
Like
they are
every
now.
fucking '80s toy grab was the best fucking media you've ever seen in your life. No, not true, sir.
Huh?
Fucking.
Even I love Ninja Turtles, but that shit is not like that great. Like it has not aged very well.
Yeah. I just started watching the whole series.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it's like it's more watchable than
I
like
think
He-Man
or
like Transformers.
yeah.
But there's like not episodes. There's like a lot of episodes that are just like, I'm not getting much out of this.
Yeah.
But I mean that ran for quite a while too, so yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I also gotta give it a 3 out of 5. It's
I love the outrates for my 2 out of 5, and it's like, 3.
Well, 2 is just it's a bit low. I mean, good God, like it's watchable.
Yeah,
Like 2 is two to me is like is
watchable.
getting
It's
into the unwatchable range,
two
where I
for
would
me is
advise
like-
you not to watch it.
2 for me is like, you know, you go and you buy off-brand, relatively bland cereal. Like that's a 2.
I feel like it's a little better than that.
You know, it's
like,
okay,
oh, it's
but
still
it's
got
not-
marshmallows. It's all right.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna get the
But
Count
the marshmallows are all on the bottom of the box.
There's no toy. You know?
Yeah, there's no toy. There's some weird looking like coked out frog on the back that wants me to do a maze. I don't know. It's a bit sketchy.
It's 3 out of 5. It's watchable, but there are some still fucking annoying little children characters.
Yeah.
It does have pacing issues, and it does not know what it wants to be.
I think the 6 episodes is like both a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
It does not say it's welcome, but it's not long enough for it to like just
Do
chill.
anything.
Yeah, and just flesh things out a little bit better.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna see Yasuke season 2.
No.
I'm willing to bet money on that.
No, I don't think so either.
But yeah, it was all right.
And Yasuke was signed for 4 more seasons.
Oh, I don't know about that. All right. Well, that's been Yasuke. I'm Max.
I'm Scott.
I'm Dan.
And we're your Anime-Niacs.
Cycle your giant droids. Malfunctioning robots.
Nice.